In order to preserve the dignity of this evening's service, I would like to ask everybody to either place your phones off or on silence. See? My name is Alexis Horvath, and I'm the funeral director here. The family asked me if I could say a few words, and then we'll ask a few people if they want to come up and share any memories and stories. We gather here today to honor Logan and to honor his family who carried him in their hearts, and to set aside this time as a sacred moment of memory and reflection. We gather today to set a time as a sacred moment that brings us all together. We gather because it's the most important thing we do as family and friends. We are here to support his family, and they are now trying to figure out how to make this new reality into some sort of sense. Everyone here has a hole in their life because Logan is gone. As we say goodbye to him, we realize how his life has affected us in all a unique way. We gather to remember the little things that made a special place in our hearts. In times like these, nothing takes the place of family and friends. By being here, you are helping each other begin the process of turning tears into memories. And so today, we gather up all the memories and the moments honoring Logan's strengths and his imperfections to carve out this sacred time to reflect together as you begin to make sense of this loss. The most important first step on the journey of grief is to spend time in reflection surrounded by all those you love. This gives each person opportunity to enter into those days of grief and loss armed with the security of family and friends who are embracing this experience together. I'd like to ask anybody who'd like to come up and to share some stories to do so. And then actually I'm going to share something from Ashley as well. You want me to start with that first? So Ashley Yanish wanted me, she couldn't be here. She was here earlier and had to leave, and she texted something to me, so that's why I definitely need my glasses, because it's small. For those who knew Logan, they knew that he was a soul of laughter, jokes, dark humor, and sarcasm. I believe in his own way that's how he showed love to those he cared about. I am thankful to have been able to grow up with Logan from little children to adulthood. Though we are not blood, I always considered him and his siblings my cousins. I remember Logan had the Swedish little English accent as a kid. I remember every time I saw him, I'd always be cracking with laughter. I remember that Logan wasn't afraid to speak the truth, and he was always told it was like, ha ha. I don't think he would want us to be too sad, but instead, I think he'd rather have us reminisce about the happiness and funny moments that he brought to all of us. So Logan, I am certain that you are not frolicking through the flowers up there, but I bet that you are at peace, telling jokes, shooting some sarcasm with Aunt Ruth Ann, and maybe even giving an angel a tattoo. Thanks for the memories that you left and for all treating us and treating me like family. Anybody else like to come up?
My dearest Logan, I would give anything to bring you back. You were taken from this world far too soon. You are missed so deeply by so many people who love you. We are left brokenhearted but filled with your beautiful memory. Your smile and laughter, your cynical sense of humor, your warmth and charm, your ever-changing hairstyles, your strength and heart will all be missed. Although we will no longer be able to see you, your presence will be felt as your soul embarks on our journeys alongside us. I take comfort in knowing that your final days were spent happy, from horseback riding with your siblings, nieces, and nephews, to cuddling with me and our kitties. I'm beyond grateful that I got to hold you close one last time and tell you how much I love you and all that you mean to me. During that last night together, it warmed my heart hearing you talk about your plans for your future and hearing the excitement in your voice. I never could have imagined that all of that was about to be taken away so soon. The day you left this earth was exactly 3 years since our journey together began. While our love story may not have been a fairy tale, it was certainly one for the books. From the night we met, we were immediately inseparable. Within days of knowing each other, we had already given each other tattoos, dyed our hair to match, and said our first I love yous. Spontaneity was a common theme through our relationship from day one, and it led us on so many unforgettable adventures that I will always hold dear to my heart. Some of my favorite memories include adopting our cats, building our home together, going to the Patterson waterfall, swimming at that strange outdoor water park, viewing the eclipse in Doylestown, hiking the Pot and Pan Mountain, walking the tulip field, exploring quaint little towns, trying out different breweries, and every part of our trip to Maryland, especially the horse beach. I'm so grateful for the many photographs I have to remember these moments by. You reignited my love for photography, and it was so special to share that passion with you. In each image, you can truly feel our love for one another radiating. I cherish all our moments together, including our lazy days in the condo spent playing darts and video games and cuddling up with Roxy and Riley. I hope they can sense your spirit and that your presence will be beside us each and every night. You're always such a gentle, playful, loving cat dad. They will remember you and love you forever. I'm sorry that we weren't given the opportunity to give our four-legged babies any human siblings. That is just one of the many things that we envisioned for our future together. I wish I got to read you my vows, make you a father, build our home on wheels, and travel the country together while crossing off every item on our bucket lists. While it's too late for this lifetime, it's not too late for the next. I promise our souls will find their way together again. We will make every last dream of ours come true and get the happy ending our story deserves. As for this lifetime, I will carry you in my heart and make you proud as you watch over me. Logan, you will always be the sun to my moon. I will find you again among the clouds. Thank you for being my life partner and my closest friend. I love you forever.
Else? Something? Points. Okay. Oh, boy. Hi. My name's Katie. This is Riley. I'm glad we're all here to honor Logan. It's very unfortunate that this is the circumstance. I met Logan in 2013 in high school, and after I got kicked out of high school, I went to the high, and basically we became like instant friends. He has a very dark sense of humor. I thought it was hilarious. I was going through a really tough time in my life, and he was always there to brighten, my everyday. It's hard to put his impact in my life and that he had in the world into words at this very moment. But he used to drive me to school because he was very kind, and I used to take a short bus, so it was really nice that he was able to come pick me up. So it wasn't embarrassing for me anymore. But we spent a lot of days with each other. He used to live at my parents' house for a little while, like over the summer and during high school, and we shared a lot of adventures. One of them included going to Space Farms, where he got bit by a parrot, and I laughed, and then the rest of the parrots started laughing, and it was actually hilarious. I was like, this is like such a Logan thing to have been done. And whenever he would stay over, like on my couch or whatever, my dog, who was like my beloved dog, she would go downstairs and she would chill with him, and she used to sleep in bed with me, but it's whatever. He stole my dog. It's fine. He had a heart big enough to carry us all in it, and he was an incredible person, and he had very deep emotions, and I'll always remember him. It's okay, honey. Losing someone, so young feels terrible. He had, dreams and hopes and a life left to live. So we're all going to miss him very much. And he had, many things he still wanted to do, and I wish he could have done that. But like Kahli said, he'll do that in his next life, for sure. And rest in peace, Logan. We're going to miss you forever.
I think Riley wanted to speak too, though. this looks like a lot more people from over here. So I have really bad social anxiety, so y'all bear with me. I'm not on like drugs or nothing, cocaine. This is natural. So I'm Logan's sister and Devin's. I'm not adopted. I'm just better looking. I tried to write something last night to be able to have read for me, but kind of stared at the paper for 10 minutes and didn't know where to start. So thank you all for coming. I don't know. It's hard to put it all into words, but thank you to everyone who's helped me with the kids since I've been here and, spoiled them rotten. Yeah, a couple of you. I don't know, everybody who's shared the GoFundMe page and donated and just, prayed and kept us in your thoughts. And, anybody that's here that, has memories with Logan or just loved and cared for him, we've all been through a lot and he needed people in his life like y'all. And don't make fun of me for saying that word either, because y'all are from Jersey and sound like it, but apparently I don't anymore. So, telling you I'm awkward like it's bad. I don't know. There's a lot I could say, but I'm trying really hard not to cry. As you could tell, my son Caden is pretty upset, and Chelsea is very blunt about what she says. And Hunter is like me, and he uses humor to hide it, so yeah. There it is. I don't know, it's still surreal. I just came to New Jersey for a visit, and I picked him up the first day I got here, and we spent all day, and we had been together almost every day that I've been here, except for a few days where I had to go, far away and couldn't bring him. And we went to Judy's barn, and we rode a horse, and then we went to get ice cream, and and he had to lead the horse. Judy handed me the lead line to walk the horse out, and then Logan took it, but she didn't see that. And she said, "You're going to make your brother do it?" And I said, he wanted to. He wants to play cowboy in his wife beater and his outer space sunglasses. So I don't know. He doesn't look the part, but it's fine. And then he got up there and rode the horse. And if y'all haven't seen the picture over there, oh, it's great. There's also, by the way, this board of pictures that Kahli put together and some drawings over there that Logan did and a picture. But yeah, we went out for ice cream, and it was 5 or 6 hours later that apparently he passed away. And when I dropped him off that night, I was just worried. He was in a pretty bad area, not the safest, and I said, be careful. But I was going to have to go back Thursday, and he wasn't sure if he was going to start working Wednesday, the morning that it happened, and but he acted like, we're going to go to the beach, and there's this place called Dopamine Land, and it's got awesome lights, and we were looking at things to do. And so, I thought, I'll see him the next day for sure. So I told him, be careful, but I wanted to, get out and hug him and tell him I love him just in case I didn't see him before I went back. But the way he talked, I was like, no, I'll see him again. And then I almost put my window down as he was walking across the street to go back in and said, I love you. But I was like, no, he knows. And I'll see him in the morning. He'll be okay until the morning. And then the morning came and I hadn't heard from him. And I actually messaged him, you alive? Less than an hour before getting a call that he was not. So that was wonderful. But we talked about going to the beach. We all went out to eat, and we had a really good week. And I guess the timing it was what it was for a reason, and I try to think that everything happens for a reason. I don't know, there's a lot of memories. He was my best friend. I always tried to protect him and include him in everything, and when we were going through the struggles of life, I had him by my side. And I don't know, we lost our mom and we lost our dad just a little over a year ago, and it didn't hurt half as much, to lose them as it did Logan, so I never could have expected it, but just feels like he kind of took me with him, and so it's been pretty rough. But I thank you all for being here and helping out and making an impact in his life, and told Devin not to die on me because, I need the last one standing. But thank you to Devin for letting me be a pain in the rear to do all this, because he finally accepted that he didn't have a say in the fight, because I really wanted this to happen and stood pretty firm on the ground for it, because we didn't have proper funerals for either of our parents. And I really wanted this for Logan. I wanted to be surrounded with a room full of people that his life affected in some way. And so this has brought a lot of comfort, and we're really appreciative for everybody. But yeah, just thank you to everybody, and thank you, Kahli, for, giving Logan adventures. Stop looking at me and crying. Adventures that he wouldn't have had otherwise, and a really good life the last several years. He needed somebody like you in his life, and I'm glad he had it. And you meant the world to him. He kept your picture in the back of his phone case for him to look at all times, and all his notebook doodles had your name on it, and a page of things I love about Kahli and make me think of her, and and so he needed people like everybody in this room that are here now to have in his life and bring positive memories and all that through the hard times that we all go through. So thank you all. I don't know what else to say because I'm real awkward, so I didn't cry. If anybody else wants to say anything, you'll do a better job, and feel free.
Anybody else? Should tell them about the tattoo.
Oh. I can't get rid of me that easy. So in case nobody has seen on that screen over there and heard from all the tattoo stories, Logan likes to do tattoos. And that's another thing. We went for ice cream. We rode a horse. After riding the horse and my legs being covered in dirt, he didn't even have me wash it, and he didn't even shave it for me. He just went to town with the tattoo pen. So Logan did a little yin-yang. I don't know if everybody can see it. It was just, 5-6 hours before he passed. That's why I'm wearing capris, showing off my bug bites. It's not because I have really nice, Heidi Klum legs.
She thought I was going to be infected by now, so it's not.
Yeah. I'm also raising a GoFundMe for the prosthetic I'm going to need in the next couple days. I'll put the link in the comments. Yeah. So if you were lucky enough, he told me that he probably gave me AIDS. And I said, why? And he said, don't worry about it. And then afterwards, I was like, okay, why now that it's too late? Well, because I might have poked myself. Oh. So hopefully we had the same blood type and everything. If not, I'd like to be here at this funeral home. I think I'm done now.
Death is always difficult to face, regardless of the circumstances surrounding it. No matter if the death was expected or was sudden, no matter how old and sick the person may have been or how young and healthy, death is always hard, but it is also a part of life that we must face. We are never truly gone until we are forgotten. So tell the stories of Logan over and over and keep the memory of him alive. May the memories that mark our history with him be the foundation of hope which sends us into tomorrow. Logan's love for his family and friends has made a permanent mark here on everyone. He might not be here with us physically, but he has left a handprint on all of our hearts. The bond of family blesses us with an immeasurable power, but we also must accept what comes with it. It gives us a responsibility to love without condition, without apology. We can never waver from the power of that bond. Even when it is tested, the bond nourishes us and gives us strength. With that power, we are nothing. Life is a gift of God. Our family, friends, neighbors, and strangers are all gifts to be savored. Although some days may be full of hardship and sadness, each breath, heartbeat, and thought illustrates the beautiful gift of life. Keep the positive memories alive and thank God for the blessings in your past, present, and your future. Each of you will continue to live with Logan in your heart, reminding you that you are so very loved. This grief journey will be full of gratitude, sadness, joy, tears, and laughter. Those of you who come to support this family now take the responsibility to be comforting journeyers and patient companions. Give them ears for stories, arms for hugs, and shoulders for tears in the coming days, weeks, and months. Nothing eases a hurting heart more than an understanding presence who will promise to be there. And now you are left behind to carry on his memory and in his name. Each of you are blessed with the imprint of his spirit and his inspiration. We'll end our time with a final prayer. God of broken hearts, we pause to take a breath, to feel the support of everyone in this space, to ask for strength in the presence of loss, to celebrate Logan, who left so many footprints on this earth, to promise to always remember his impact and legacy and carry on in his honor. We offer compassion to Logan's family and others who will miss him each and every day as we begin this long and winding road of grief. We will remember to listen to the quiet and find solace in the unrelenting strength that Logan offered to this world. For this sacred moment, for this gathering, for this time, we give thanks. Amen. This does conclude the services today here at the funeral home, but I hope you can continue to keep Logan's memory alive. Share the stories, because his sister forgot all about telling you about that yin and yang, and she was telling me about that. And you mentioned about the different hair colors. So I asked for a picture so I just can see what Logan looks like, right? And I get all these pictures and I'm like, oh my gosh, how many hair colors did he have? And I was going to say that, but I didn't say anything. Now I can. So when I did see him, I'm like, where's the blonde hair come from? Since we used that picture for the obituary. But it just tells you, the character he was. Means he had a lot of spunk to him. He had a lot to give. I know there's, a lot of thought and, saying about him having a dark side with his humor, but that's actually really interesting when you think about it, because he would think about life a little bit more probably than a lot of other people and get meanings from them a little bit differently. So just remember that. When you see something, when you think about something Logan may have done, pick up the phone, give a text, or email, whatever is comfortable for you, because you might reach out to a family member and they might be having a pretty bad day, and you might just hit them the right way when they can just smile and say, oh, he's still thought of. And look what he did. He made an impact on so many people, because we had such a good crowd today here. So I'm going to end with a poem. It's called His Journey's Just Begun. Don't think of him as gone away. His journey's just begun. Life holds so many facets. This earth is just one. Just think of him as resting from the sorrows and the tears in a place of warmth and comfort where there be no more days and years. Think how he must be wishing that we know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away. And think of him as living in the hearts of those he touched, for nothing loved is ever lost, and he was loved so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here with the family today. But most importantly, they'd like to thank you for the love and the support that you have shown them throughout the past several days. Your care, your concern, and your friendship has meant a great deal to them. If you'd like to come up and pay your last respects to Logan, I ask that you do so, and then go directly to your cars. We'll start with friends first, relatives, and leaving the immediate family last. Sincere thank you to each and every one of you. Friends?